if you want to learn swimming, would you read a book first, then go to the water? No, you go to the water first. Okay, welcome to Future Driven. So in this video I'm going to be talking about what is competitive programming, right? So if you are in computer science branch, like, you must have heard of this competitive programming. So you have come to the right place, and if you haven't heard of it, then also you have come to the right place, because you are going to hear it from me a lot in this 10 to 20 15 minutes. All right, so let's start. So in this video I'm going to be talking about like what is competitive programming, how to get started in it, and where to go to like practice it, right? And if you're new to the channel, do subscribe to Future Driven, because there's a great great lineup of videos lined up in here in my head, and it's just a matter of time that I upload them in here in YouTube. Okay, so I'm also going to tell you some books that's needed to learn things, like some books that are renowned on this field of competitive programming that you may like to read. Okay, some good books. I'll also suggest you that at the end of the video, so stick to it. Let's begin the video. Okay, so what is competitive programming? So competitive programming is kind of a mind sport where people use their computational thinking, algorithmic thinking, okay, anything logical thinking you can tell, to write programs over, and they compete with others over the internet on a site, on a specific site. There are many kinds of sites, and you can compete with each other and just be awesome, right? And it's fun, it's enjoying, it's kind of addictive if you go in the right direction. And that's how it works. That's how simple is. There will be given there will be given a given problem, then you there will be sample input, sample output. Okay, you have to understand, okay, if you have to write a program which takes in that input and gives that output, then it will be tested against many test cases and its solutions that are already stored in the online judge, and those test cases, those sample inputs will be provided to your program that you have written, and your program should should give output, that same output that is stored in the online judge, which is the correct output. So basically you have to write a program which solves a problem. Yeah, that's computer programming. Okay, so going on to the next topic, that is how to start competitive programming, right? So this is like the main thing. Okay, so okay, number one, you have to first choose a programming language, right? So basically in this community, everyone, like 85% use C++, and that is because it's fast. It has STL library which has many functions. Like, you don't have to write the whole quicksort algorithm to write. You just can use the sort word, and you can sort a array and anything you want. So it's kind of the fastest, but the most important thing is fastest. Okay, because people know what quicksort is, who are best at their programming, right? So quick C++ is the fastest, then comes Java is just a bit slower, but it's okay if you use Java. But then another language is Python. Python in competitive programming, it is advised not to use, because it's very slow. Like, if you compare, like, if Python is here, Java is here, C++ is here, in the terms of like fastness. So it's advised to use C++ because it's the best. And if you're using Java, you just have to learn some ways to input, ways to use fast input in Java, because the main thing what kills Java in this competitive programming is the input and input output time, but it can be optimized with some code corrections, right? So that's that. And if you want me to make a video on that, using fast input, which code to write, I can make that. Just let me know in the comments below. And that's it about choosing programming language. I would suggest you to go with C++. Speaking of me, I was very well rooted in Java for a very long time, but then I talked to my friends who are good at this, and also did some research on internet, and turns out C++ is the best, and you should choose C++ if you want to in that long-term game, and Java is also fine. Okay, so comment number two is you have to know the concept of time complexity and space complexity. That's like the most important thing in competitive programming, because sometimes your programming is right, but you get the when your programming is wrong, you get the error wrong answer WA in sites like CodeShell. But if your program gets TLE, time limit exceeded, that means your programming is right, but it is like very slow, and if the time limit is given 1 second, your program may be taking 2 seconds. So at that time you have to optimize it, right? So if you know how, like, in what speed your program is going in the format of big O of n square, or any in that format in big O of n, so you can optimize it and make it good, right? So that's that about, you have to know that. And the third thing is the heart of programming, data structures and algorithms. Like, you do anything, even don't do computer programming, you do anything in programming, you have to learn that. That is like the heart of programming, and you have to learn that. But most people, what they do wrong is they start learning data structures from beginning to the end, and they think that after learning everything we'll jump into computer programming or anything, and we will be just excel at it. No, that's not how it's done, because you may think that that's how it's easy, but it's not. So I will suggest you to do computer programming, keep solving problems, and at the side keep learning things. And also, only if you just keep solving problems, you will Google so many things, you will just learn everything there, right, by just Googling things. And also, if you want to take some tutorials or something, you do that on site. Because if you want to okay, let me give this analogy. If you want to learn swimming, would you read a book first, then go to the water? No, you go to the water first, right? So that's how it's done. Okay, and number fourth, this is also important point, is that keep practicing, keep solving problems. The most important thing is competitive programming is just not losing consistency. You have to do that every day if you want to grow. It's like the gym for brain, right? You have to go to the gym every day to build muscles. Like that, if you want to build muscles here, you have to do this every day, right? So many people quit in this community, because after some time, when you can't figure out something, it happens to everyone, there are problems, you can't do it because you don't know things, right? That develops by practicing and knowing from your mistake, learning from your mistake. And there will times you don't know anything about that problem, you will get frustrated, you will think that okay, this is not for me. But that is the time you have to hold yourselves, focus yourselves up, make up your mind that this is going to happen, and at that time I'm going to just take a step back and think about that from scratch again, and try to implement that. If it's not happening, then after 1 to 2 hours, if I'm blank, I'll see the editorial, the solution, and learn how it's gonna work, right? So that's the right mindset after this. And most important thing is, don't ever quit, right? Keep learning, don't quit, because its benefits are, it develops your thinking skills, thinking logical, thinking algorithmic. It helps you solve problems, and that is what bigger companies like Google, Facebook, everything, they need that, the problem solving mindset. If you develop this, and that is also what happens in interviews. They ask you questions to see how you walk through the problem. They don't want to see if you can just solve the problem or not. Rather, you just have to walk through the problem. Like, are you going on the right path? Do you know about it, right? So if you have the right thinking, you can do that easily. Interviews are a piece of cake. Just enjoy your time doing it, and just don't quit ever. That's the most mistake everyone does, like most awful mistake everyone does. Do not quit. Talking about the sites, you can go on, if you're a beginner, like if you don't know anything, you can go on HackerRank. HackerRank is the best, is best for beginners, and because it has a beautiful, it has like a easy interface which you can become familiar to too easily, because after then you can, and after then when you think that okay, I'm good at this now, you can jump to Codeforces, CodeChef, that kind of thing. CodeChef is Indian, it has most of the Indian community in there. Codeforces is Russian. Okay, so okay, now if you want to want to get some book recommendations, I can recommend you 2 books. They will pop up now, I guess. Okay, one is Guide to Competitive Programming by Antti Laaksonen, kind of something, and the second book is Competitive Programming 3 by Felix and I guess Stephen Halim. So that's 2 books. Those 2 have a good name in this community. So those 2 books are, if you want to read books, they are good. And so that's it for the video. I hope you understood, you got familiar with what competitive programming is. And if you like this video, just give it a like, do subscribe, and there's a whole lot of awesome videos lined up in my mind, which I will be uploading on YouTube in very less amount of time. So just subscribe the channel, be updated when I upload a video, and I promise you it will be informational and awesome. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay home, and be awesome and be future driven. See you on the next video.